Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Good. You alluded to future. I asked Helen when she was on the podcast where she sees us in the life cycle, and I was kind of shocked by the answer, because she addressed that AI has been around since the 50s, which is true.
In the life cycle of AI?
Of life, if we see AI as a technology, where is it in its life cycle, right? And some people say, well, if it's been around since the 50s, it must be like really mature. And she says, no, we're like in the children's shoes.
Sure.
There's so many bugs. There's so many things that still need to fix. It really has exponential potential.
I hope so.
What are some of the future aspects that you look forward to, or that you foresee, and maybe that you're even working on? Maybe you can give us a little bit of insight on what you're working on.
No, that's not the level at which I am working. So first of all, I'd like to just mention the current setup that we have already available today to us at relatively cheap prices has so much potential that let's start getting this right.
Let's eat that first.
Right. Yeah. So I can believe that there'll be a lot of cool stuff in the future. Absolutely. But right now there's a lot to do with what we have, and what we've had so far is a huge improvement on the technology itself, but very little improvement on the application of that technology. It's like if we had invented Formula One engines,
and we don't even
but
have
we
roads
still
yet.
Put them onto the buggies and we don't have roads.
We don't
exactly.
have roads, yeah.
Yeah. So all that still needs to develop. And at that point, we'll finally be at the level of using the technology that we currently have. Will there be future for other developments? Absolutely, of course there will be.
I really like your answer. I really like your answer, because I was anticipating you were gonna like most people I talk to, they'll start talking, oh, it'll do this for you and it'll do that for you, and it was almost tedious answers. But if I were to repeat what you're saying, which I think is totally profound and a different perspective on it, let's eat and digest what we have first.
Right. Absolutely.
And if we do, we don't need 10,000 calories. We can be happy with a fragment of that. If we can eat and digest that, we'll stay healthy. We'll advance. Maybe also develop organically. Culture needs time to catch up with transformation technology as well.
We'll be ready for the next phase.
And maybe we'll also have, which I kind of picked up from Helen, I liked a lot, was the concept of, we all feel a little bit victim to AI. Maybe not in a negative way, but in the sense that, hey, we're not participating. We can't really determine where it's going. It's predictated. And what I really liked about her response was, no, we have a say.
Absolutely.
We have a say. If we claim our self-determination, companies, say, listen, AI's got some potential. Let's design where it's going to go, which is basically also what you're saying, right?
If we don't do that, the bookkeepers will win. Yeah. If we don't do that, the cheapest possible solution is going. At that point, for sure, you're going to have the job losses, all the stuff which is the ideal solution, the one that actually brings real value, is not that. So, but we need to participate. We need to be part of the transformation. Yeah.
Let me look at my crew. They're live and awake. Do you guys have any questions for Max? It's been a while since we've had the opportunity to tie you guys in, but we like to do that. Any questions?
What do you think is going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years with companies and AI? In the best case and in the worst case?
In the best case and in the worst case. I don't think that the best case and the worst case will happen. So that's point number one. What certainly I see already starting to materialize is that companies are going to, and I wish I could see you better. Okay. So what certainly I see that is already materializing is an attitude of curiosity. And that, I think, is definitely part of the best case, right? So where we
But that should happen.
That should happen.
Okay.
That should happen.
It's not part of the part you won't think happen. Yeah. Okay.
No. I see it already starting to happen, and a little bit. I mean, why are we having these conversations? Because there is curiosity in this. And so this curiosity can lead then to a more involved participation, which is exactly what we said we want, right? What I hope will not happen, what I think would instead be the leading to a very negative outcome, would be leaving this tool to purely the number crunchers. And there's a broader topic around this which I feel very strongly about, but it's maybe a little bit beyond which is the stability of democracy in our countries. This is the risk that if we do not take ownership of what is actually happening and we just delegate ownership to the natural flow of things, and we lift our hands a little bit, what you were saying earlier, we lift our hands and we say, oh, I don't have a role anyway. Yeah. The risk is that we don't do this only with AI. We do this with the context in which we live. Yeah. And that cannot go down well.
That is a dystopia, yeah. Max, thanks a lot. It's always a pleasure to have you on board. This is the second time we've had you on board. I've already got you scheduled for some other things. For those of you out there saying, who are these people that keep coming on? These are people that are close in my circle. These are experts that I respect. By the way, if you're interested in reaching out to Max and seeing what services he provides, you can see him on the PPM Academy website. He's on LinkedIn. You're available for work.
If it's interesting.
He has plenty of work, but he's available, as I am. Okay? Max, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. We will come back to you with some more AI later down the road. Thanks a lot.